Leo, welcome to your Astroflower reading. This is going to be a reading for the mid-January, going through to the end of January. Did a collective reading on this, did the world chakras and the human auras, and also a tarot reading on that. You will find that linked at the end of this reading here, or if not, just go back onto our channel and find it. It will be connected to that. So this is not a love reading per se. This is how basically you connect yourself to the collective around you in order to get the best out of life. That's what the Astroflower is all about. So let's just get to your chakras and your auras. We're going to be doing that, the chakras, followed by your aura, followed by your tarot readings. There will be timestamps in the description below. So let's just get straight in here. We have the man here going through there like that. That's quite good. Lovely. Let's just see what's going on the root chakra here. Similar to Taurus, and Taurus has this sort of, is an earth sign, but it has fire at its base. And you good Leos, you have fire at your surface and earth at your base. So you're the opposite to Taurus, but you're in a sort of right angle degree to them. And your root chakra is a similar sort of situation here, where you're concentrating on the administration side. You're concentrating on getting things done, basically. It could be connecting with people emotionally, getting things done. In regards to your relationships, it could also be within your financial wealth. But whatever it is, you're looking for concrete results, basically, by the looks of things. Now, within that, let's just have a look at what's going on your sacrum. Yeah, that reflects it as well. Very similar. Again, you've got the left-hand side of your sacrum, which is a little bit more important. So don't forget those happiness or those little activities that provide sort of distraction and like a safety valve of life. You know, gives you a little bit of a, got to pay attention to that work play ethics going on there. But it seems like you've got a bit of pressure on you from the outside world to organise things at the moment. That's what it looks like. Nowhere near as much as what Scorpio had, though. Let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus. This is where we see the difference. There is a lot of determination, a lot of knowing what you want. So it's it's really funneling your enthusiasm, your passion into what you're doing. On the surface, you're going to still have that time and be zippy for everyone, but I would concentrate on you here. Obviously, there's things that you want to get sorted out by the looks of things, and the more that you can put your passions into those things, the more you can get sorted out, the more time you're going to have for other people, for having fun and stuff like that. But it seems like in this month here, you're in your summer period, and you've really got to, or you're moving into your summer period, and you've really got to, you want to live the moment, basically. That's what it looks like. Let's see what's going on in your heart. Oh, it's very soft. It's that soft side of that lion that you almost want to just cuddle up to. You know what I mean? When you look at lions, when I look at lions, I just kind of think that'd be great to have a cuddle with that cat. And then you realise that cat could actually tear you to shreds. But the initial thought is, I'd love to have a cuddle with that cat. And you've got that sensation within you. And that's what I mean about concentrating on yourself. You know, concentrating on and enjoying that inspiration or that. And this is what we saw in that collective reading as well, about how inspirations are going to come to the surface. And for you in particular, I think, Leo, it's a case of getting those inspirations of kind of, being loving, giving people hugs and cuddles and stuff like that. That's what your heart chakra seems to be about at the moment, and connecting with people in a real, in a real heartfelt sort of scenario. which is really nice. And then that's where you can use that solar plexus to drive those passions into activities and into situations where you can enjoy that moment with the person that you're being with. Let's just see what's going on your chakras, on the third eye and the throat chakra. So here we have it here. You want to communicate at the moment, I think, and communication is not just talking; it's also listening. It plays them both ways, but there is communication. It's you want to be part of the conversation. You want to be sitting down having a cup of tea with your friend or your partner or your families, and just sort of kind of going, how's everything going? How are you doing? You know, you're looking good, and just being like that, being very sociable, basically, I think, in this sort of aspect here. Let's just see what's going on in your crown chakra. It's very defined. You know what you want. And I would go after it, basically. And within this changing world around you, there is a slight aspect of it where the crown chakra is nicely defined, but it has got a slight bit of give in it, and it's not too much. There's a slight bit of give in the upper section. So there's things that will come into your life, you'll kind of go, oh no, don't worry about it. And it will be literally instantaneous, and I would follow that. I would trust that instant sensation that you do have within you to sort of leave things and invest in other things, basically. But it's all about the love. It's all about sharing. It's all about, you connecting with people, being that lovely, cuddly side of life, I think, for you at the moment. I think if you're going to do your meditations here, I think your meditations is almost like the Queen of Cups. It's like allowing that energy just to sort of engulf everything that is around you, which is going to provide you with a lot of happiness in your life and a lot of connection with the people that are around you. Let's just see what's going on your aura. There is a degree of interference from the outside world. I would be very conscious of, I wouldn't say manipulation, but with the changing world that we saw in the collective reading and the revelations according to finances, political or technological advances, I think it's going to, I would just be wary about being sucked into things without doing the research, basically. I would do your own personal research. You can make up your own personal mind on the situation rather than just accepting things at face value. This will stimulate you as well to realize what things you should be investing in and what you shouldn't be investing in. So, in your meditation, I would then sort of observe what is coming in from the outside as you breathe and you get to that stage where as you can well see, it's quite cold here at the moment. I would breathe deeply, and anything sort of that comes into your life, I kind of get it and kind of going, yeah, that's interesting. And just put it on the shelf and just say, I'll wait for other things to confirm that before I dive into it, basically. So I would be not patient, but I would be open, but not skeptical, but, I would wait for the universe or the collective to actually confirm those ideas before you actually invest into it. Okay? Let's just get the cards out here and see what's going on for you. See what's going on for you over this 2 to 3 week period. Yeah, your collective, your individual reading comes out on the Thursday night, your weekly reading. And I will be doing more and more of the chakra and the aura readings and bringing the tarots into a monthly and sort of bi-weekly sort of readings more than the weekly sort of readings and stuff like that. So there's various changes that are happening to this channel. Just make sure you're subscribed and click that bell so you're going to get the information as it comes through. Let's just see how this sort of plays into your overall energy. Okay, the sun is coming in here. So the sun has been very active at the moment, and it's been producing a lot of fire and air energies. And I think this is going to suit you. It's going to provide that passion on the exterior, which is going to help you to get the things that are concrete at the base, which is your earth at your base. So let's just see what the overall energy is here. It's like busy, busy bee, getting really busy. Let's get busy, you know. It seems like there's a lot of activity going on. I think, you know, bees sometimes when they fly, you kind of think, how does those little wings carry that big body? And here, I think it's the case for you. People think are going to be looking at you, kind of going, they've got so much going on. How can they be so active? It's amazing. You know, 8 of Wands. I'll put the cards the right way up. It would help. 8 of Wands. A lot of messages coming in. As I said, I think there's lots of things coming in from the outside world that you do need to examine before you take them all on board. I think there's a lot of things coming in as well emotionally for you in regards to your connection to your family, your friends, your community, but also your partner, and searching for those loving moments, those real sort of real sort of heartfelt moments, basically. And you will notice this within the instant connections of how people are around you. And I wouldn't waste your time trying to coax people out of their shell. If they want to come out and play, absolutely brilliant. If they don't want to come out and play, absolutely brilliant. Don't waste your time. Don't disturb them. You know, just move on. I think this is the thing that's playing in for you. I think it's very much in the here and now for you. Let's just see let's see what's going on in the relationship. And here's your karmic message here for your relationship side. Let's get it on. It's saying no time to waste here. The revelations or inspirations that are coming out of relationships, the truths that are coming out in relationships are going to make you feel so much better, because it's going to make you feel like you know the situation. And in knowing that situation, there is confidence that is growing within you. Healthy boundaries. So it's the start of that process of sort of, with those truths that are coming out over this next month, of having them coming out and saying, okay, we're not going to go back to that. We're not going to go, back to those ideas. And I'm not going to accept other people, trying to sort of soap you off, trying to take advantage of you. And this is what I mean about sort of, if someone doesn't want to come out of their shell, don't go in there. Don't get dragged into it. And I think that's what that healthy boundaries is all about. So let's get it on, and let's get the rules and the regulations sorted. Okay, let's see how the universe is trying to influence this. Truth be your guiding light. Honesty and truth be your guiding light. I think you're going to really enjoy this moment in time. The devil. Now, the funny thing about the devil, obviously, people think of the devil and then kind of go, oh, it's a nasty thing. He's always a trickster and stuff like that. But actually, the devil cannot lie. The devil can only tell the truth. You may not want to hear the truth. But here, the devil is in the detail. I think for you here, and I think the universe is giving you those details in order so you can have those healthy boundaries where you don't get sucked into people's woes and worries. because it's not going to actually be good for you going forward. So I think here is the devil is the light bearer, so it brings a lot of light to your path, so you can see the different angles of your path, the different possibilities. But it's also about obsession and addiction, and I think you should be addicted to the truth, the honourable side of life. I think it's going to really pay up for you, being that childlike sort of energy, really, more than anything else. Okay. Let's just see how the your guides are trying to influence your karmic message. They're bringing revelations to you. I think this ties into the Eight of Wands. I think I would be very conscious of people saying things that you kind of think, actually, you said the complete opposite of that last month, or you know, that's not who you are. You almost you're doing lip service here. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's gonna bring you sort of like. There's a time of healing in this as well. There's a time of sensation of knowing the score, having those healthy boundaries, realizing those messages that are coming in, so it positions you in a place where you can heal any rifts of the past by being honest with one another, basically. That's what it seems like. So yeah, healing, you know, redoing your nest, basically. Look at this, you've got nothing but wands here, and as I was saying earlier on, the sun is very active, and it's bringing through this fire and air energies that are coming through. So I think it's going to provide for you, and your guides are doing this. I think they're trying to reveal things which is going to give you healing or almost karmic reasoning in regards to the relationships that are around you. And I would stick true to that. And if anyone is any good at sticking true to it, it will be you, Leo. So let's just see how the conversation is within you. If you know someone's lying to you, you almost just, I would let them lie. Because it's almost as if you're giving them enough rope to hang themselves, and you don't have to get involved. You don't have to get your hands dirty. You don't have to get in fights and everything like that. I just think it's a case of just sort of like kind of going, yeah, being very friendly and everything like that, and just kind of, you know, realizing what the situation is. And yeah, it's helping you to realize who you can work with in a very honest way, with people that are around you. And this is where it's going to help you realize those people that are kind of going, come here, you know, let's go and play, have some fun. People that come out of the shell that kind of going, yeah, come on, and enjoy life and actually construct something that's a little bit more concrete in the way of relationships, rather than having to go and fish people out and stuff like that, you know, sort of go and look for them, and sort of like, you can't do the work for everybody here. And I think it's meeting people on the surface, I think, is going to be really important because of these truths that are going to be coming out. It's going to be meeting people on the surface who correspond to you, basically. Let's just see what's going on your financial sort of side. Here's your karmic message for this sort of side of life. As I said in the collective reading, there's something going on within the financial, political, or technological advancements. There seems to be a big change coming up, and you could be a really good beneficiary to this change if you just apply yourself and apply your actions in the world. So the Empress card is a really good card. It's sort of action card in a way, but it's action in the way of putting things together. And as I said, I think there's something big coming into you, and I think this is what she is represented with this idea of being pregnant, of this gestation period that's coming through. And within your work and your job and your businesses, I think it's a real case of going through that gestation period, of organizing things, of realizing what works, what doesn't work, putting in place a plan going forward so you can adjust for those changes that are happening in the world around you. But it's got to be marrying the body, mind and spirit. So you've got to marry not only making money, but also being morally correct, as it were, within the world around you. Let's just see how the universe is trying to offer you, what the universe is trying to influence this karmic message. I think with this opportunity that's coming in, there seems to be like it's not a multitude of opportunities. It's a really big opportunity. It could be a job promotion, it could be a change of job, it could be a development of your business or your projects. But whatever it is, it's going to demand that you stay true to who you are. Don't get lost in it. It's going to, be true to who you are. And this is almost be immovable. I think this is where, as this thing comes in, as this opportunity comes in, you've got to be immovable. So you've almost got to sort of saying, I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm not going to move. This is who I am. And I think here is where the universe here is saying, hold your line, Leo. And I think you're very good at that. You're very honourable about that, and you will hold that line. Okay, let's just see how you guys are off influencing this karmic message. They're clearing the decks. There seems to be a really big opportunity coming in. They're clearing the decks. Emotionally, they're clearing the decks. They're making out for plain sailing. It's going to give... It's like the ballast. It's almost as like in a boat you have ballast. So you put the ballast, the weighty, heavy stuff in the bottom of the boat. So it keeps the boat a lot more sort of stable. You haven't got weight that's being thrown around at the top. And I think this here is those emotions that are solid in knowing who you are, what you want, where you're going. And within those emotions that are constant within you, and you have that consistency within you, it's going to make your boat a lot more smooth sailing, where people around you are going to be dodging those massive opportunities coming in. You're going to be the ones that are kind of going, I'll take that. There you go. Solid as a rock sort of scenario. And your guides are doing that. They're eliminating the little coincidences, making space for that big opportunity coming in. And it's all about you. This part of the month of January, it's all about you. Let's just see what's going on the conversation that is within you. They're gearing you up. It's a little bit like the Nine of Wands, where you've got those, your strengths, and they're sort of saying, hold your line, don't go back, don't digress or retract, don't flinch, just hold the line. They're really sort of saying, you've got this, Leo, you've got this. There's a lot of confidence that is coming out of this. Look at that. I think you're going to be a real winner here. I really do. I think this month here, you're going to feel like all of a sudden you're coming to a fore of a new cycle that's coming up. And that new cycle is coming out in February and March. This is all about the gestation period here. And you've got it. It's you kind of going, da-da. It's really, really nice. Let's just have a quick look here. Right? 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and 6 of Wands. Right? You got Pentacles there, Swords, and a Cup. But it's mainly Wands. It's all about your passion, basically. It's all about your passion. Let's just see how it flows out of January into February. I can just hear that lion roaring now. You know that lion I wanted to give a cuddle to? And I think this is, it's signifying that it's almost sort of saying to your entourage, to the people that are around you, here I am. And you're standing head and shoulders above everybody else. I think that's the disappointment of the past. I think here is at the end of this month, yes, I think you're going to be disappointed in some aspects of life. But those are those aspects of life that I tell you is that the people that won't come out of their shell, or those little opportunities that you didn't really need to take because you've got that big opportunity coming through. And that big opportunity is that one cup she has and that pathway which leads them out. And I think almost you might well be disappointed in the collective, as it were, because the revelations of the realizations of what has been going on and what the reality is in the world of the human collective. And you're going to be the one sort of kind of going out of that collective disappointment. You're going to be the one who's going to be able to make that judgment and move on. It's going to put you into a really strong position, I think, because you're not going to be disappointed. You would have healed from the situation, I think, by that stage, by February. You're going to have a control over your emotions. You're going to be in a position where you're going to be there financially and within your job and everything like that. You're going to be standing head and shoulders above the world. And you're going to have your collective family, friends, community, your relationships, which is going to be working really well. There is work to be done, but I think it's good work, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I don't think it's hard work. I think it's almost natural work for you coming forward. So there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. I have got 5 appointments open for YouTube watchers for private readings or healing sessions, which you will find in the link in the description below. That's available only for the next sort of 2 months at the moment. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.